Hello everybody, welcome to the Sound Test Room. Today we are taking a look at DigiStix 2 from 4 Pockets. So Paul has put this on sale from today, which is Friday the 14th, Valentine's Day in the UK. Friday the 14th until Wednesday the 19th of February. So Friday the 14th of February 2025 till Wednesday the 19th of February 2025. And the sale price is $7.99, so it's a bargain, right? So normal price $14.99, sale price is $7.99, right? Which is an absolute steal. DigiStix is possibly one of the most powerful drum machines that's ever been made. Either it be hardware or software. It really is spectacularly powerful. I'm not kidding. This thing does stuff you wouldn't believe, right? Okay, so I'm going to just listen. I don't want to go on. This is not going to be a deep dive, but I am going to show you some of the very, very cool things that you can do with DigiStix. Now, a lot of you will already have it, but for those who haven't, this will give you an idea of how powerful it is. So, for example, everything here is DigiStix, of course. And if I swap to another pattern, put a crash in. Let's go to my mixer. Okay. If I go to bank 2, you'll see that this is a melodic set of pads. Now, DigiStix has 4 pad banks, okay? Each bank can have 16 samples. It comes with tons and tons of its own drum kits. You can import your own samples. You can even just, let's just have a look here. You can drag and drop samples onto pads. I'll show you quickly how to do that as well. You can, once you've got a sample in here, let's say, for instance, this alternate kick, you can go in and edit this sample with the fully featured sample editor. That means you can crop, clear, normalize, you can trim. So for example, if I just play this, it's a very short sample. Let's pick something that's slightly longer, maybe this snare, for example. Let's go into edit that. You can hit a selection, right? And then you can crop that selection, you can clear it, you can fade in, you can fade out, you can normalize the sample, although this one is absolutely fine. So it's incredibly powerful. Now, you see this line here, this looks slightly different, right? If I play this, and I'll solo this, right? You'll see it looks completely different from the other lines, right? Now, if I select the pad, which is closed hat here, you see, A03, and I scroll along here, and these are all the controls per pad, okay? You can also, while I'm here, you can also load up to 5 samples per pad and have them play in various ways. I'll show you that as well. So going along, you've got this new polyrhythm section, right? Now, at the moment, I have this snapped. If I put this onto polyrhythm, I can now choose to add polyrhythmic timing to and the velocity. So you can get some really, really interesting effects doing this. But you can also have it polyrhythmic snap. Okay. Let's go back to our first pattern. All right. Sorry, stop it on my transport. So if you look on here, if you want this to be synced to the transport of your host, you just hit host transport. Otherwise, you can control it independently. You have 2 effects, delay and reverb. Each of those effects can be sent independently to any of the patterns on any of the pads. Okay, so it also has song mode. So for example, if I go into this section here and I'll go, right, load song, I'll choose this one that I've called 80s. And you'll see here that I have 6 patterns to play around with. And you'll see this little +4, +4. That means you can choose how long each pattern will repeat. So let's just play this. You'll see it'll change after 4 times. Go to bank B. You can also edit, you get to your editing for your samples here as well. Okay. You can also have the song loop, of course. You have 256 song chain slots and up to 24 patterns available for you to build your song. Doing this right, this is really simple. Let me show you how you build your own kit. Now, first of all, let's have a look what you get sort of thing. So if we go to the default bank, this is the this will go to your acoustic set. So let's create a brand new song for this section. So let's just go new song. Yes, that's going to clear all the patterns, and there's going to be a default. Let's go back to our sample here. So this will be your kind of default acoustic closed kit. Okay, so let's just turn the volume up a little bit for that. Open this, and these are all the kits that are included, right? So you can't, right, if you're using default banks, you can't edit these. But what you do, if you want to edit a kit or use it in your own kind of thing and you want to make adjustments to it and things like that, all you need to do is copy the kit and it'll paste to the user bank, right? So I'll show you that. So for example, we've got one that says musical bells. What we got here? You can also kind of remap everything to one pad, so it's playing a complete wave file sort of thing. You can export your wave files. Paul literally thought of everything with this. Look, we've got a classic kit, we've got electronic kit 4. And building patterns, let's take that out of there a sec. Building patterns is super easy. So what I'm going to do is click on this little item here, this little menu. And I'm going to go copy drum kit. And I'm going to go save it to my users. Yes. And if I go to my user bank now, you will see that in here I have electronic kit 4, which is just rename that kit for us. Now this means that I can now go in here and add new banks with different drum kits in them, because I'm now in user. So let's just build a quick kit. Let's just put some kicks down here and let's press play. Right, so there's our bass drum. So let's put in a snare. Okay, now different types of note type, right? So if you're using something that's melodic, you could use tie, and then you can. One of the cool features here is fade. So what this will do is you can draw in a velocity ramp for that open hi-hat. So let's select it here. Closed hi-hat, sorry, we'll use. Okay, let's add some percussion in. We could copy this pattern, go to pattern 2, paste it in at the start of the pattern, and then start to add some bits and pieces in. Now, I'll stop it there because I'm not on host sync. I'm going to go to bank B. I'm going to select browse, and now I can choose any drum kit that I've got anywhere inside the DigiStix, either my own or a default. So I'm going to go to user here and choose my link kit, and I'm just going to Make sure that one of these is selected, and then just hit import bank, and it'll ask you to import bank A, B, C, or D. Now, I know that on my link kit, I've only got stuff in bank A, and I'll choose bank A, and it's going to import this into pad bank B. So hit import, close. So now you're hearing the previous bank, right? Now I can just add some stuff in with this. And here's the cool thing. Let's fill these up, right? If we hit controller now, we have tons of control over velocity, pitch, panning, probability, delay send, and reverb send per hit on that step. So let's look at this pitch for a sec, so you'll hear this. Panning. We could send reverb just to one hit. And there's our reverb controls here. Let's switch that to enable. Okay. So, you can go nuts if you want to. Right, okay. Let's go to pad bank C now, where we know there's nothing going on. Let's exit controllers. You can rename all of these, by the way. You're not stuck with the default naming. So if we just tap on this and open it, and I go back to some drums, and we'll go to maybe, I don't know, we've got some kick stuff here from Dean from Electronic Sounds. Let's just, okay, say I like that one. I can just literally just drag this onto this pad here. Yes, and now, but here's the cool thing, right? I can carry on doing this. I could go back and say, well, look, I'm going to look at some of the samples, maybe snares and stuff like so. This clap or go down and find a rim shot or a snare. I'll just put this on here like that. So now I've got this. And I can go in and rename these, of course, just by hitting rename. I could call this more kick 1 or something, or whatever, just kick. Let's put just in. And now we've start to rename our custom kit now. Okay, but the cool thing is on this one here, let's do this. Let's go to say something else. Let's go back a little bit. And I will go to GR2 where I have loads and loads and loads of samples. Here it is. So you can go from anywhere you like. Well, I don't have loads of samples, but I have folders in here. So maybe I could put in one of my flexitone samples. Right. I'm going to drop this one onto there. Yes. Now I'm going to choose sample layer 2 and drop that on there. I go yes. I'm going to go sample layer 3 and drop it on there. Now you can do this up to 5 times. Okay, you can drop up to 5 samples per layer over your 64 pads over your 4 banks. So you get the idea, it's huge. Let's move that out of the way. So now we've got this, and this is just in normal mode at the moment. So I'm just going to put this on 4 beats like this. Take that off there, put it on there, and put it on there. I'm going to play, and it's just playing the same sample, right? Sample number 1. If we scroll along now, here, I'm going to hit round robin. And for every hit, it's just going to choose the next sample along, or we can hit random. Okay, so again, it's super powerful. Now, if I open a song here, I'm going to go load song. I'm going to go to this one called sample layers, right? You'll see this here. And I'm going to switch it on. I've got this synth sound on here, but actually it's 4 layers. You can reverse any of these as well, or choose, or have them set to be velocity controlled. And you do that here by setting the upper and lower level for the sample that's going to be triggered. This thing, it has absolute superpowers. And it really does. It's just so powerful. Now, say for example, let's go back to, it's not, I mean, there's nothing else here. That was purely to show you the what's it one. Let's go load song and go into maybe entry level. I'm not sure what this is. Right. Okay. Let me just make sure I'm either on host sync or start. Right. I'm on host sync. So, right. Let's switch on. Cool. If I want to do, say, like a ratcheting type effect, on, say, the snare, if I switch that off and I choose one of my triplet selections here, okay, I'll do maybe 16. Let's unsolo it. That's another one of my flexitone samples. One of Daniel's. So on this one, I'm going to switch the tripleting off. Now you can have patterns up to 64 steps long, basically over 4 bars. So you've got plenty to actually program your drums in. So anyway, guys, there you go. Look, it's on sale. I've gone on long enough. I've gone on too long. Too long. I started going off into a tangent, so I'm going to just play this. Don't forget, it's on sale from today, which is Friday the 14th of Feb, until Wednesday, 19th of February, 2025. And the sale price is $7.99. If you don't already have DigiStix, then it's a no-brainer, because it just is an incredibly powerful drum machine. Paul has tons of really detailed tutorials. The things you can do with this are really, really amazing. You know, you've just seen a few of them, but it's just super powerful. It's just really cool. Anyway, top job. I'll see you later. Ta-da.